Right, good evening and welcome to tonight's post-match press conference after England's victory tonight. The speaking today will be coach Gareth Southgate. In simultaneous interpretation is available in English, French, Italian and German. Remember, it's just one question per person. If you'd like to ask a question, raise your hand. I'll now pass the floor to England Press Officer Andy, who will be managing the questions.
Thanks. Start with Alex. How are you? Just wait for the microphone, sorry. There you go.
Thank you. Hi, Gareth. That looked like an England team that enjoyed the occasion of penalties. Very high standard. Would you agree?
I thought we played well all night. We had to be so good without the ball. They're a good team that the shape causes you a problem, but also the rotations off that shape. So we had to defend with real discipline. We changed system to get pressure higher up the pitch, which worked well. But there are times where you can't go. You can't press their goalkeeper if he's got comfortable possession. He's so good at it, and they want you to come to play into the space in front of your back four, and that's where they're dangerous. So I thought the players did that really, really well. People like Bukayo, who had to do such an important job without the ball, as well as being such an important outlet with it. We felt with the ball, the patterns that we used caused them problems at the side of their block. With Bukayo, we knew we had a 1v1 advantage in that area of the pitch, and he kept delivering. And we showed the patience to keep probing and trying to tire the opposition. But as well as all of that worked, then you have to show other qualities to win in tournaments. And these players are showing unbelievable qualities of character, resilience. I was watching the game last night and I spoke to them about it. It's not just about playing well. Spain mixed their game up. They took 7 yellow cards. They found ways to win. And these players are showing all those other attributes, dealing with everything that's around us, twice coming from behind in games, now a penalty shootout where their composure was impeccable. So I'm so proud of them.
Matt.
Gareth, hi. We used to be terrified of penalties as a country, but we looked so confident tonight, stepping up to those. Where's that confidence come from? Where's that change in mentality, that shift in how we approach this come from? Can you just talk us through how you prepared for that?
Yeah, we think we've got a good process. We've been in 4, we've won 3. Of course, we got absolutely crucified for the one we lost. And that's always going to be the case because it's outcome-based. We refined that process a little bit. We have more regular penalty takers in the squad now than we had then, and more that have been in shootouts. But I think we've had a really calm process. But having said all that, the players have to show the composure that they did. And for all of them, so many little stories within that. Cole, at his age, coming into a game like that, taking the first. Bukayo, his history with it, you sort of dismiss Jude because he's now, you almost expect it, but that's still high pressure. Ivan coming on, knowing that, one of the reasons we bought him was for that moment. And then Trent, who's stuck with the task, he could have easily thought his tournament was done. But I've kept talking to him about, he's going to have moments. There's still a big part to play. And yeah, I'm super pleased for all of them. And of course, the goalkeeper will always make at least one save. So it gives us a chance.
Yeah.
Hello. I got the feeling that your team has been much more better after conceding the goal. It was already the case against Slovakia. Do you see it in a positive way? Because in the past, maybe English team used to lose confidence after losing a goal in tournaments? Or do you see in a negative way because in some way your team shouldn't wait to concede a goal to be efficient?
Yeah, I think we played well tonight, and it's the best we've used the ball. We didn't quite get enough numbers in the box at times because we were dropping players low to get control of the game. And of course, when we went behind, we risked a lot. We had wingers at both wing-back positions. Jude back in midfield. So you run the risk of losing some shape. We weren't certain how long Luke could play, so we were always mindful of when could we make that decision as well. But we wanted to stick, once we'd got the equaliser, we wanted to stick with that bolder approach. We knew it was a bit more open, but we felt it was worth the risk to win the game. In the end, both teams ran out of a little bit of energy in extra time, and both had half chances. We had a couple of really important clearances towards the end. But as I said, the players have shown amazing character and resilience.
Okay, yeah.
You have been well prepared for the penalties with the names of the Swiss players on the bottle of Pickford. How much effort is in this small detail, and have you seen the bottle before?
Yeah, we do a lot of things. As I said, we've won 3 out of 4, and a lot of our processes have been shared. So, but then our tactical plan for the game was also shared 3 days before. So we live in an amazing world where it's so difficult for us, because any element of surprise you might have with the opponent is gone 3 days before the game. It's quite incredible, really. But with the penalties, we have a good process, and but the players have to execute it, and the credit is with them.
Jonathan.
Hi, Gareth. Just a bit more on Bukayo. I mean, you've talked about resilience and character. I mean, do you have any inkling, maybe you do, in what it took for him to take that penalty, and how do you feel for him now he's been able to do that?
Well, I gave him a massive cuddle on the pitch. He's a special boy. He's a dream to work with. Wonderful family. And of course, you're pleased for everybody, but for him especially when his went in. So, yeah, that takes courage, but we have belief in him. We had belief in him previously. He's now got a lot more experience of those pressure moments. And, his all-round performance was exceptional. The detail of how he had to defend and track and be in the right positions, it was very complex down that side of the pitch. And then to give us the outlet in those one-against-one situations, which we felt could be a real advantage for us, he did. He kept that positive note. His performance was immense.
Okay, we've got quite a few queued up. We'll try and get to all of you. Harry and Henry.
Gareth, congratulations. Just on the process, I mean, we've now moved on from the days of players volunteering on the pitch for a penalty. You presumably have a long list, and you're almost telling them who's going to take it, or is there still an element of you look in the eyes of a player and you think they're ready? Thank you.
No, we have a process. As I said, after the Euros, it's my responsibility. But on a night like tonight, it's the players that deliver. So what I want to do is take the pressure for them. If it doesn't work, it's down to me. But for it to work, it requires them to deliver as they did, and they were so composed, and I thought the whole process was really calm.
Okay, here before we go back over there.
Yeah. Gareth, after the UEFA fine, how do you think Jude Bellingham delivered tonight, and what happened when he thought he was substituted?
Yeah, there was a bit of a muddle with whoever was doing the board there. So, no, I thought his performance was very good. I think the goal the other night gave him a huge lift, and he's been able to play in a couple of different positions for us. He's physically was out on his feet really at the end. We tried to get him to just stay in the centre as much as possible, because he wants to still go and run and press and come out of the shape, but he managed to do a disciplined job for the team at the end as well. So yeah, he's they're such a close group. They're all delivering, and a night like tonight, we don't win the penalty shootout without our backup goalkeepers playing such an important role in training. Henderson, Aaron Ramsdale, Tom Heaton, who's come with us, they're all involved in that process, and it's those moments that bring the whole group together. They're all delivering, and they're all fighting for each other.
Over this side.
Mr. Southgate, congratulations. I apologize, please don't take it as a negative question, but at this level, France, England, is there any thought of entertainment when you plan games, when you plan the way you play for the neutrals? Because being not easy on the eye is part of the game.
Well, I'm sorry for that. But our intention is always to play well with the ball. You play an opponent. In football, you have an opponent that's trying to stop you. And, these are not normal football matches. These are national events with huge pressure, with really young men in the middle of it. Our team's been under enormous pressure from the start. They're doing so well. And I thought they showed moments, I think Phil had one of his best games for us, looked really free. We're not able to score a load of goals at the moment. But again, we've played 3 teams that play back 5. Very well organised defences. Pitches are a little bit bobbly. And so you sometimes you need the extra touch. And as you have the extra touch, the space is gone. So, yeah, none of it is easy. None of this stuff is easy. But we're in a 3rd semi-final in 4 tournaments. And, for the staff and players that have been involved in all of that, I think that's a pretty good achievement, but it's not where we want it to end.
Okay, Eric.
Congratulations, Gareth. Was it a good feeling for you to dance in front of the fans after all the criticism? And how do your skills come from?
Yeah, every now and then you think, surely there has to be some enjoyment in this job. So if I can't enjoy that moment, then the whole thing's a waste of time, really. So I love the players. I love being in that moment with them. I took this job to try and improve English football, not the seniors when I first joined the Football Association. And I wanted us to regain credibility on a world stage. So I can't deny that, when it's as personal as it's been the last few weeks, on a human level, that's quite difficult. But we're fighting. We're not going to stop fighting. And as I said, we're in another semi-final, and we'll see where we can get to.
Okay, we'll take 4 more.
Good evening, Mr. Southgate. Congratulations on reaching the semi-finals. I'm here. Good evening. I just read on social media some guy writing that the English are the new Germans. Play somehow, score somehow, take good penalties, and win the game. What do you make of that? And would you describe in your own words the style of the English team?
Yeah, there's what we ideally want to be, and then there's how we've needed to find ways to win with all the obstacles we've had, going back to losing players a couple of months ago, losing players just before the tournament, different balance of the team, different challenges all the way through, really. So, but as I said to the players again, with England it was often start 25 minutes really well, ahead in games, and then out. In the early knockout rounds, we weren't savvy. We weren't tournament wise. This group are different. They keep possession for longer periods. We haven't always got it right. The games that we've ultimately gone out, people can always look back and highlight things. But in general, we've shown the resilience that the teams that win tournaments have had for years and years. Italy, France, Spain. It's not all pure football. It's other attributes that they've had, and we're showing a little bit more of that streetwise nature. We want to always be competitive in tournaments. England should be competitive for the coming years. This is a young team that a lot of them are going to be around for a long time. So, but of course now we want to deliver one more thing, and we've never been to a final outside of England. We've never won a Euros, so there's two bits of history we'd love to create.
Okay, right at the back, and then we'll finish here with James and Simon.
Mr. Southgate, Thomas Schulz from Westdeutsche Zeitung. Congrats for semi-final this tournament. You reached final in 3 years ago. But I have the opponents you have to play. It was Croatia, Scotland, the Czech Republic, a poor German team, Ukraine, Denmark, and Serbia.
A poor German team. We had about 8 Champions League winners in, yeah?
No, poor German team 3 years ago.
No, but I'm saying they had 8 Champions League winners.
Yeah, playing poor. And this time Serbia, Denmark, Slovenia, Slovakia, and Switzerland. No Belgium, no Netherlands, Spain, France, Portugal. Is it maybe better for you to play better football if the team on the other side is better, or are you afraid of coming the next 1 or 2 matches?
Are you sure you're not English? You're German? Look, the teams we played are because we won our group. If you go back through history, England had different routes to the final because they didn't win their group. I understand, of course, you'd rather not have to jump the Grand National to win a tournament. You know, that most teams, when you have back-to-back games, 2, 3, 4 games against big nations, the margins are so fine, and in the end, those games end up really quite even. You know, you win one, you lose one, you draw one. So it's very, very tough to go through those processes. I'm not really sure what to say. It's the madness of this job, but we've had an enjoyable night, and I'm going to try and keep it enjoyable if that's okay.
James.
Hi, Gareth. Congratulations. I just want to check on Harry Kane. Was he injured when he came off? And I think he only had 26 touches in the game. Just want to get your sort of thoughts on that and his contribution in general.
Yeah, I mean, he's leading the team incredibly well. He's such a positive influence around the camp, guiding young players through everything that the squad have had to deal with in the early stages of the tournament. He actually cramped up as he sort of fell off the pitch. He cramped up, and we just felt we needed legs. And of course, we knew with Ivan as well that if we did end up going to penalties, then we still had a penalty taker on the field, a regular one. So it's another feather in the cap of the team that they've won a shootout without our record goal scorer as well.
Last one here, Simon.
Hi Gareth, congratulations. I know you want to get off, celebrate and watch the other semi-final, but just wondering, I know we don't know the opponent yet, but what do you make of Turkey and what do you make of the Netherlands and the different threats that they pose?
Yes, I understand the question, but it's not one for tonight. Let's see who wins, and then we'll prepare. Both are clearly going to be very, very difficult games. We've got to get our recovery right. It's a much shorter turnaround than we've had. So, the next couple of days are really important for us.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.